It's time to blow your own mind. Yes. Hi there, and welcome back to the Lisa Nichols Show. Where here, I share the tools that you and I both need to live the life that we want, the life that we deserve. I love, and I really do mean this, I love reading your comments. I love seeing you engage with each other, engage with me, respond, let me know how something landed or what you have in common with me and what you have in common with each other. I love seeing the level of community engagement. We're like no other channel. We're not just here to spew things off. We're here to dialogue, rich, dynamic dialogue. In the episode, How to Resist the Urge to Be Right. Ooh, one of my favorite episodes. Gloria B says, my BOL was when you said, quote, the grace of allowing people to be exactly where they are. Then she goes on to write, wow, capital WOW. This takes so much stress off, especially when I apply it for myself as well. Thank you, Lisa. You're welcome, Grace. And then Mimi Jenkins says, quote, everyone learns at their own pace. Some will eventually get it and some will never get it. Accept them as they are and lead by example. She goes on to write, my hashtag BOL, Breakthrough Out Loud, my hashtag BOL was realizing people will change if they want to change. There is nothing I can do or say, end quote. Yes, 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 Mimi. When you give yourself permission to be with people exactly as they are, when you give yourself the grace and ease to choose people, choose them as if they will never change. Do you know they say 50% of marriages that end in divorce because one person married the other person with the intention to change them in the marriage, not to accept them. So I have to tell you, whether it's a sibling relationship, parental relationship, friendship, or romantic, or a colleague, if you can give people the grace to be right where they are, all of a sudden the dance will feel a lot better with them. I love this. Relationships are the thing that we talk the most about in our entire lives. We think a lot about money, finances, and well-being, but we have most of the energy consumed in our relationships. So Grace, Mimi, I love your feedback, and I love everyone else's feedback from those episodes. You know, of my 20 years, and actually my 20 plus years of coaching people, one of the number one questions that they've always asked is, how do I help the people around me to change? How do I show them the right path? And, I have such a mixed response here. Number one is people are watching you more than they're listening to you. If you want to impact true change in someone else's life, become committed more to who you're being than what you're saying. Like, who are you being? What are you up to on a daily basis? Because people cannot hear what you're saying because they're so busy hearing what you're doing. Meaning what you're doing is screaming so loudly that I can't hear a word that you're saying. So if you want to impact change in someone's life, don't force. Don't force, because when you force, it's like holding someone's shoulders and it's saying, look at me, and they're resisting. And you say, look at me, and they're resisting. But if you slightly move direction and you make a systemic change, then in order for them to see you, they have to turn a little bit, or else they don't see you. Meaning, when you shift directions, if you're dealing with someone front on and you shift directions, your behavior, now shifting directions is your behavior. Shifting directions is changing the way you relay to them. See, if you're relaying to them this way and you're in a you're in a face-off. This is how you engage. But you begin to change behaviors. You don't respond as much. You stop yelling. You pause. You don't engage in small pettiness. And you're over here and they're still over there and they want to be in a direct relationship with you. They will slowly but surely shift and line up and end up right there in front of you. But it takes long-term consistent change. And you have to be more committed to modifying your behaviors than theirs. Newsflash, you cannot control someone else's behaviors. Newsflash, no matter how much you want it for them, they have to want it more for themselves. Newsflash, don't choose anyone based on how you think you can change them. Choose them based on who they are. Newsflash, if you want to have a healthy, productive relationship, have unconditional love. Allow someone to grow at their own pace. Hey, there was a time when you didn't even know about this channel. There was a time when you probably wouldn't even listen to anything like this. There's a time when you would say, that chick, hogwash. Maybe there was a time. And then there's now. So the evolution of you is the same as the evolution of them. We just do it at different pace. So don't do ultimatums. No one likes ultimatums. And don't show up as if you're the person who has all the answers. The number one reason why I believe I've protected my relationships with my family and I've nurtured them. And at this stage in my career, 20 years in, with all of the beautiful success that I've had the honor of having, I still have amazing, amazing relationships with my cousins and my nieces and my nephews. And amazing, like nothing has changed. It's because I never, ever approach them as if I'm going to convert them, save them, teach them, learn them. I approach them just to be with them. They give me something and I give them something without an agenda. So, newsflash, you're in a dance. You're in a dance where actually no one is going to be the leader. That's tango. Someone has to lead. In the relationship dance, you find each other's rhythm and you move within it. Now, here's what you have the right to do. You have the right to make a decision to opt in or opt out based on how it is now. You have the decision. And if you opt in, opt all the way in and lead by example. And if you opt out maintaining and leaving your and their dignity intact. Your job is to be a stand for a higher level of consciousness, even when you choose to opt out of a relationship, a job, or an experience. And so my answer to people over the last 20 plus years, how do you change someone? How do you show them the right way to go? And I say, be it. Be the answer that you want to speak out loud. So you don't have to, your being yells so loudly that you can yell while keeping your mouth shut. Because your essence, your being, your doing, the way you love the perceivingly unlovable, the way you can forgive what someone else would call the unforgivable. That's being. The way you can show perseverance in the face of a storm, but more importantly, the way if something knocks you down, like something shot you, like a situation hit you and knocked you down. It's not that you avoided being knocked down. Being is the grace and ease that you get back up with. And if something shot you, someone betrayed you, someone hit you with a hard moment or hard situation or something unfair, your being is not that you avoided being hit. It's the way you were able to love and embrace the shooter. So, yeah, I just dropped one on you. The question was, how can you change someone else? And the charge is, no, can you be more of you? And can you be consistent? And can you not allow anyone to be a trigger for you to stop being the highest version of you? And little by little, you'll shift. And little by little, you'll be a standing, living, breathing example of who they can choose to become. Them, adopting a bit of you, adopting a bit of someone else. We're all just living out examples that we've seen. I'm an example of my mother, my father, my grandmother, my brother, my son, and some of my closest friends. I'm also an example of some strangers that I've never met. I just read about their lives. I put them all together and I added the blend called me, my own unique fingerprint. So can you be that? Can you show someone that in you? When you're ready to, and when you're willing to, consistently. You don't have to worry about forcefully changing anyone, because now you've just stepped into inspiration. Remember, this show is not just a monologue. No, those other shows, you're just watching and peeping through the window. This show, this is a dynamic conversation. This is a dialogue. This is a family. I would love to hear from you. What was the biggest lesson that you learned from this episode? Who have you been working to change or passively complaining about the way they are and that they won't change? And what was the aha that you got about your role in their life? And how do you influence change? What was the big BOL that you got? And how do you show up? Leave me a comment below and share with each other's comments. Comment on one another's comments. And if you haven't done so yet, be sure to subscribe. This is your home. What are you waiting on? And look out for more dynamic, authentic, transparent conversations in the future. After all, this right here, this is your home. We right here, we are your tribe. And I, right here, I'm your sister in prosperity and in possibility. And every single time that I say, I believe in you, it's because I really believe in you. And every single time that I say, I love you, it's because I do. I love you. I cannot wait to see you real soon.